Shavua Tov and happy Sunday. Welcome to our channel and to the very first episode of This Week in Torah. Each week, we'll explore insights from the weekly parsha and share a practical takeaway you can apply to your life right away. Our goal is to make learning Torah as accessible to as many people as possible. That's why we'll be offering episodes in multiple languages, starting with English, Spanish, French, and German, with Russian and Yiddish coming soon. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And feel free to reach out if you have further questions, want to learn Torah 101, or need help finding other resources to fuel your continued growth. Now let's get started with this week's parsha, Shemini. This Shabbos, we read Parshas Shemini, the portion that carries us from the heights of spiritual joy to the depths of human pain. Ultimately, the lessons from Shemini guide us toward a deeper understanding of what it means to live a life of holiness. The parsha opens with a moment of great celebration. After 7 days of preparation, the 8th day arrives, the day for which the entire nation has been waiting. The Mishkan is inaugurated, Aaron HaKohen begins his sacred service, and before all of Klal Yisrael, the divine presence is revealed. Now imagine the awe of that moment. The people who had only recently left the chains and shackles of slavery, who had wandered in uncertainty, seemingly lost physically and spiritually, now standing together and witnessing that God dwells among us. It is a moment of unity, of hope, and a profound closeness to the Ribbono Shel Olam. And then in an instant, everything changes. Nadav and Avihu, the sons of Aaron, bring an offering that was not commanded, an Eish Zerah, a strange fire, and they lose their lives before God. When we read and reflect further upon these words, we can feel the tension. The once celebratory atmosphere is now tinged with inexplicable tragedy. For more than 3,000 years, our rabbis and scholars have struggled to provide an answer to the questions why and why now. Our sages teach us that Nadav and Avihu were great souls, filled with longing and passion for God. Rashi, the most renowned biblical commentator of all time, goes further and even says that Nadav and Avihu were on a much higher madrega, spiritual level, than Moshe and Aaron. I heard a rabbi once say that this episode seems to remind us that even the greatest people with the best of intentions must be guided by discipline and, more importantly, by the will of Hashem. In our avodas Hashem, our service of God, it is not enough to feel inspired. We must also be anchored, grounded, and faithful to the derech that has been given to us. And now let's turn our attention back to Aaron. He's a father who has just experienced the most unimaginable losses. Responding in anger or sadness, or even a combination of the two in the immediate aftermath, would be completely understandable and expected. However, that's not what happens. The Torah tells us, Vayidom Aaron, Aaron was silent. In that silence, there's a lesson for all of us today. There are moments in our lives that we cannot explain. There are moments of pain, of confusion, of shilas without answers. And sometimes the deepest expression of faith is not in what we say, but in our ability to remain present, to continue to trust, even in silence. And immediately after this, the Torah turns to the laws of kashrut. Why here? Why now? I believe that the Torah is teaching us something essential. That holiness is not only found in dramatic moments, not only in the Mishkan, not only in miracles. Holiness is built into the rhythm of our everyday life. In what we eat, in how we act, in the choices that we make when no one is watching. In our synagogues, our houses of worship, we come together to pray, to learn, to feel uplifted. But the true test of Shemini is what happens when we leave that space. Do we carry that sense of Kedusha into our homes, into our conversations, into our daily lives? That is the avoda, to take the fire of inspiration and shape it into a chayim shel Kedusha, a life of holiness. So this week, let us take these messages to heart. Let us strive to balance passion with discipline. Let us find strength even in moments we do not understand. And let us bring holiness into every aspect of our lives, both in the synagogue and beyond. May our prayers be accepted. May our communities continue to grow in faith and in unity. And may we merit to feel the presence of Hashem, not only in extraordinary moments, but in every day of our lives. Shabbat Shalom.